Welcome back to Investing with Confidence. I am your host, Joshua David, enjoying this beautiful day talking about the stock market, options, futures, and Forex. And yes, I am excited because I love these opportunities we're seeing every day with these multiple markets. If you happen to miss 2 tickets for the investing class, call 952-814-4410 or text the word INVEST to the number 484848. You'll receive a link back. Make sure to click the link. Pick a date for the investing class. You receive that plus your financial quick start kit, which will help you get started right away. Al, you wanted to get into another great topic about investing and making better or smarter investing decisions. And some of that comes down to, I guess, a person, right? And you want to talk about a mirror. A bet that one of your best tools is a mirror. Now, I need you to explain that, clarify. What do you mean by having a mirror in your investing decisions?
Yeah, and I might have talked about this before, but I think it's important because if you look in a mirror, what's looking back at you is the person that is responsible for where you end up.
I thought every time I look in the mirror, I see Fabio.
Once in a while, you take that picture of Brad Pitt off your mirror and you put up Fabio.
Well, sometimes I have long hair, sometimes I have short hair. It depends on the week.
Yeah, well, I'll hold a mirror up one day and you can see who's really looking back at you. As far as investing is concerned, who you see is the person that really is responsible for where you end up. You can give your money to someone to invest, but you can't pass off the responsibility to them. And also that when you look in the mirror, you're looking at the only person that truly every day is concerned about where your money is and what's happening to your money. Do you think an advisor who has maybe 200, 300, 400 clients wakes up every morning and just thinks about your assets? No, they're thinking about their assets. Maybe they're thinking about their pocketbook. They're thinking about what they're doing for their company because there are obligations that they have there. But you're the only person that really can do this where there is no conflict of interest. And then also, when you look in the mirror, you're looking at a person that might not have the right education, might not have the right knowledge to be able to get you where you want to be or where you need to be in retirement. You mentioned being excited, Josh. I'll tell you how people really become excited when they come into these classes, and it's just fun to see it, is when they see how CORE can help them to increase the potential to be successful, how they don't have to be afraid like they might have been when they came in about losing all their money because we show them how to control risk.
Just to clarify, what CORE, what he's talking about there is an investment strategy that's designed to help you make better investment decisions, and it's a proprietary strategy that our sponsor, Online Trading Academy, has.
Correct, and I'll take that even a step further and say it is a timing strategy. It shows you how to time your entry and time your exits. What you have been told you can't do is time. But we're showing you something that has been put together by people that worked on Wall Street that know what moves the market. They understand order flow, and they understand how we can use that proprietary core strategy to give you more precise entry and exit points. Now, the other thing where people really get excited about, because you kind of referenced the stock market being so high, not only is it high in its valuation, higher possibly than any time in history, but also the cost of individual stocks has gotten so high. There are stocks out there that trade at over $3,000 a share. A lot of companies are in the $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 range, which means a lot of people can't participate with enough shares to really make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
What really becomes exciting to them is when they learn about these leveraged assets, the futures, the Forex, the options, where with a small amount of money, they can control a larger assets. They can control a much larger investment because of the leverage that the brokers will allow you to have with the margin account. That leverage can be anywhere from maybe 10 to 1 to 50 to 1 to 100 to 1 or more, which means that you're just taking each investment dollar and you're multiplying the value. It allows people to participate in these markets that previously thought they couldn't.
Yeah, that gives people the opportunity to enter at a different dollar amount, a different entry point. That's a key point because a lot of people think you have to be have a lot of capital to invest. Mm-hmm. Well, utilize the proper market, which allows leverage, and that'll help you be more capital efficient. And if you want to learn more about those different techniques, as far as what you might need to utilize to potentially time the market, Al teaches investing classes and talks about that proprietary strategy that our sponsor, Online Trading Academy, has, which is designed to help you make better investing decisions. So you can text the word invest to the number 484848. When you do that, you have to click the link that we text you back. That will give you 2 tickets, so pick a date for that. And I'm also going to give away the Financial Quick Start here again. That'll help you get started right away. Now, you were talking about, with stocks being very expensive, you were kind of alluding to buying stock at a discount. Now, talk about that. Which asset would you utilize for that? But what does that mean, buying stock at a discount?
Well, and that's another thing that people get really excited about and almost think it isn't right. How can you do that? Well, with options, you can get paid to wait for something to go down in price. Options is a leveraged asset that gives you the opportunity to control. Each options contract controls 100 shares of the underlying. If it's a stock or an exchange-traded fund, it's 100 shares. It might cost you, if you go out and buy 100 shares, let's say of Apple stock, it was going to cost you somewhere around $15,000.
$15,000.
Right. That's for one position, and you don't ever want to just have one position. With options, you can kind of choose the amount of money you want to put into it. It might be $400 or $500 for that, controlling that movement of 100 shares of stock, depending on the type of asset or the type of option that you're actually using.
Yeah, so that allows people to enter into the market with not as much capital as you would need in the stock market.
Correct. And for people that are growing their accounts, if you're still kind of in that beginning stage, that's a great way for you to participate. You can also control the risk much greater than you can with individual stocks. You have the opportunity with options. Kind of a rule of thumb is if the underlying asset is up 10%, the option will be up about 100%. So you have much more significant growth potential there. Options can be used also as insurance, and this is one of the key things that our students use and that help them to kind of maneuver these markets and not be that concerned about these big drawdowns. Options can be used essentially as an insurance policy on a portfolio. If you have a employer-sponsored retirement plan where you can't use leveraged assets, you can't use options, basically your only choices are mutual funds, maybe some individual stocks and exchange-traded funds, which will only benefit in an up market, you can have a portfolio set up outside of that hedges that. In other words, protects that 401k or 403b. These are the things that you haven't been told about or educated on, the things that we talk to you about. When you hear us talk about futures or the foreign exchange market or options, this may be totally foreign to you, but that's what we do. We educate you. We make sure that you understand how they function, what the benefits might be, and maybe one of them will be most ideal for you. Maybe none of them. Maybe stock is the best way for you to do it. Maybe mutual funds are better for you. But at least in these classes, we help you to know what the benefits are, what the differences are in these different assets, and why the institutions use them. That should be a key right there. If they're using them all the time, even someone like Warren Buffett makes $7 to $8 billion a year trading in the options market, but he doesn't tell people that. I mean, that's not something that he typically talks about for the average trader, for the retail trader. We're just talking about things that are available to you that the institutions use to boost their bottom line on a short-term basis. These can be used by you to kind of boost your bottom line short-term, but also long-term. And again, there's a different way that you approach your short-term needs and your long-term needs. This all comes with the proper education.
You're right. I like the terms that you're kind of throwing out there. Remember, these are just terms, right? Yeah. The great thing about these investing classes that you teach is, I mean, I talk to everybody that comes in, and a lot of people say, I came in because I needed a physical place to learn. I mean, I'm a visual learner. I like to do things hands-on. And that's the things that when you're going through that in the investing classes, it helps people open their eyes because it's more visual. It's not just terms. That way it's more comfortable. That helps consistency. Then that builds confidence in the markets. to get in the markets. I mean, there's people getting in the markets really at a record pace right now. They're doing it without the proper tools, the proper rules, and not a strategy either.
Yeah, and that's a concern.
Yeah, they're doing that in their retirement accounts as well. So you got to come in, learn the tools, have the proper opportunities in the markets, and use the right markets. So call right now for 2 tickets for an investing class. Al teaches these during the week. They're free. They're 2 hours. We're located here in Bloomington, 952-814-4410, or text the word invest to the number 484848. You'll receive a link back. You got to click the link, pick a date for the investing class. It goes right to our website. Our website is otamin.com, otaminn.com. You're going to receive 2 tickets and the Financial Quick Start Kit. Al, what do you got coming up next?
Well, we just barely touched on the subject of retirement, so let's go into that. Let's finish up this last segment by talking a little bit more about retirement.
Awesome. More techniques on retirement accounts. Yes, we are excited. We love talking about 401ks, IRAs, the opportunities that you might have within them, and how to use the proper assets to have potential success. 952-814-4410. This is Josh and Al, Investing with Confidence. We'll be right back. I don't want to say success. I'm getting worried about that stuff. To have potential. To have potential consistency. Oh, shit.